Good morning, guys. I have not filmed a video in probably 2 weeks, and that is mostly because I have been just struggling to pick up the camera. I have not been feeling good mentally, and I've just been basically bed rotting for the past week or so, and I'm just kind of tired of it. I think I'm burnt out because I'm just not doing anything for myself. I'm only working, and I just need to find that balance. So today we are going to the bookstore because I need a new book. I don't have any books to read. I just got done reading We Were Liars, and that book is so good. I think the writing is a little bit hit or miss, but towards the end, I was definitely not expecting the ending. It was definitely a plot twist. I need a new book to read, so I'm going to be going to Barnes & Noble, and I have 2 books that I want to get. The first one is The Art of Thinking Clearly, and the second one is The Psychology of Money, because I want to start learning a little bit more about money. I also think I want to get some sort of fiction book just to kind of split up the self-help nonfiction books, so I'm not just strictly reading books where I'm having to learn something. I can just read a book that is more enjoyable. It's a little bit more fun. So hopefully I can find something that sparks my interest. I don't really have a book in mind. I think I'm just gonna wander and hopefully I stumble across a really good book. morning, guys. Today I'm going to work. I work the night shift, so I have a few hours before I actually have to leave, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update of how I've been feeling lately. And I'll be honest, I have not been feeling the greatest. Probably around February is when I started feeling the way that I'm feeling, and the past, was that 4 or 5 months, I've had a lot of highs, but I've had a lot of lows as well. I've just kind of been functioning, and I'm like, what is wrong? What is wrong with me? And I think during the last few months, it has been very confusing for me because I didn't have an exact word for what I was feeling, and I also didn't know why I was feeling the way I was because things were going really good in my life. So I was like, I have no reason to feel sort of, I feel like it was me falling into a slump, a little bit of a depression, because that is something that I do struggle with from time to time. But I think what it really came down to is that I'm burnt out. It wasn't necessarily that I didn't know what I was feeling. I think the best word to describe how I felt was numb, and I still feel kind of numb. I'm just going through life and I'm just going through the motions and I'm living on autopilot, and that's probably why I feel like my life is so not fulfilling, if that makes any sense. All I have really been doing is going to work, and then when I'm not at work, I'm at home laying in my bed, and I've just not really been taking the time to do things that I actually enjoy. And it's not about self-care, because I felt like I was lacking some sort of self-care, so I would push myself to do self-care. After I do it, I don't feel any better, and I think that's because I'm really not taking the time to do things for myself that I actually enjoy, which I guess in a sense it could be described as self-care, but I don't know. I've been really trying to stick with my hobbies, and I just have been feeling no passion. I have been feeling no passion for anything in my life. Like, I have been feeling uninspired, which is why I think I've been really struggling to film. I think I'm getting to the point where I don't want to force myself to do something if I don't want to do it. But the problem is I actually want to do those things. I just can't bring myself to actually do them. And I think that's also a little bit of discipline. I really need to work on my self-discipline because it has been non-existent these last, it's July, these last 7 months of this year. So I really want to get back into that, especially because school is starting at the end of August, and right now I'm unprepared. Moving forward, I think what will be the most beneficial for me is to find balance. I know that so many people talk about you needing balance in life, which is true, because I know when I'm doing things for myself, I'm more likely to be able to do things for other people without feeling like I only do things for other people. Like, I have no energy for myself. I think that's what it is. I have no energy for myself at the end of the day, giving all of my energy to other people and never having time to do things for myself. This is all to say that the last few months have really been testing me, and I honestly feel like an adult. I feel like I have been doing very much adult things. I feel like I am no longer a teenager. I'm 22 years old, but I've felt like a teenager this entire time, and now I'm just like no longer a teenager. I am a full-blown adult now, and so I'm just like, what do I do? Because I don't like it. I don't like it here. I don't like being an adult, but this is what is my life for the next, I don't know how many ever years. It's nothing anybody really prepares you for, and I don't even think it's something anybody can prepare you for, because everybody's journey is different, everybody's experiences is different. But I do wish there was like some sort of book of how to adult. I'm sure there is, but I'm gonna stop talking now because I am hungry, so I'm gonna go make breakfast, which is another adult thing that I have to do because my parents don't like to make breakfast for me anymore. Also, they're not here right now, so I have to make it myself anyways. But I just miss when I was a kid and times were simpler and I didn't have to worry about things like this. I didn't have to wake up and get dressed to go to work. I could just sleep in and enjoy my summer break. You know, I'm done. I'm done complaining. I'm done ranting. I'm going to go eat. breakfast I'm having a yogurt bowl with mangoes because that's the only fruit that I have. The yogurt is peach, but I feel like both peaches and mangoes are kind of like tropical fruits, so they would go together. I realized that when I came home yesterday, I didn't give you guys a book haul. I got 3 books. I had like a stack of 5 or 6, and I usually just like to collect books when I'm in the bookstore, and then I'll sit down somewhere. I'll either read like the back summary, or I'll look up reviews online to see if people really like the book, or like I look at reviews that have like actual written descriptions so that I can decide if I'm actually gonna like this book or if I'm not gonna like this book. The first book is The Handmaid's Tale. I've heard a lot about this book, and I think it's kind of like a scary book. I don't know. Based off of the reviews that I read, a lot of people were saying it was very chilling, and a lot of them couldn't read it at night. So I don't know if I'm really looking forward to that, but I do think this is going to be the book that I start with. The next book is The Psychology of Money, and I really want to make it a point to start learning more about finances and learning more about my own personal budgets and just money overall. So I thought this would be a good read. It was on my TBR, and I had this book, but I also had The Art of Thinking Clearly, and they both were $20. So I kind of flipped a coin, and this is the book that I ended up choosing. The last book is All About Love by Bell Hooks, and I've seen this book all over my Pinterest, and I've been wanting to get it. I feel like it's going to be a really good read. It is also by a Black author, so I'm really excited because I realize I don't ever read books by Black authors, and I definitely should start doing that more. So I picked up this book. I think it's going to be a very quick read. It's not that many pages. It's about the author's personal journey through love, so I'm excited to read this. And it's not just about love in like romance terms, it's more so just about overall love as being a human being and spreading love in society and in her personal life. I think that's what I got from the back of the book. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed reading this book. So those are all the books that I got, but I think I'm going to start reading The Handmaid's Tale now while I eat breakfast. Oh my gosh. Hello guys, I'm just popping in here really quickly to end off the video, but I also just wanted to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I went to bed last night and I was at like 990 and woke up this morning and I was over 1,000, so I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely grateful. I love each and every one of you, and thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed, who's watched my videos from start to finish. Even if you haven't watched them from start to finish, thank you to everybody who has supported me this far. But just thank you to everybody who likes watching my silly little videos. I love filming my silly little videos, so I'm so glad that other people like them as well. It's getting dark in my room for some reason. It's like noon and I don't know what's going on, but I just wanted to come in here, end off today's video, and say thank you very much for 1,000 subscribers. But if you made it this far in the video, I want you to comment down below this emoji. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye!